Hey sis, have you ever been in like a relationship where nothing is like technically wrong, but like something inside of you just doesn't feel settled? Like you want closeness, but at the same time you feel anxious and you might feel like unsure of the situation or scenario that you're in, relationship, and you can't like fully relax all the way, and you find yourself asking stuff like, why do I feel like this? If that's you, sis, let's talk about it. My name's Melinda. I'm a registered nurse, life coach, and mentor. And on our channel, we focus on faith, wellness, and emotional wellness and healing. Okay. If this message touches you in any type of way, do me a favor and like and subscribe, okay? Back to the message. So when you're asking yourself, like, why do I feel like this? Next thing you know, you're trying to figure things out. But here's the thing, it goes a little deeper than that. Just like why you're feeling like that, because the often is way deeper than just the relationship itself. So, actually, like psychology, it shows that our sense of safety is developed early in life. And like when a child experiences like consistent care and consistent emotional presence and predictability, so what happens is their system learns what actual safety feels like because they got that emotional care, they had somebody to nurture them and things like that. So then their system automatically learns what safety is, okay? But let's look on the other hand, because on the other hand, when consistency is not always there, now what happens is it's like your system, it may learn something totally different. Yeah. And so what it could do is it could start to learn to automatically stay alert. Remember, I talked about that being alert and fight or flight in some of my other videos about other things. But yeah, but the body could learn to stay alert and to expect change at any moment. Or it also it could prepare itself for things to constantly shift, because if they didn't get that as a child, that's what happens. It could happen. And so then you realize that it's just not a flow. Like this is just the way your system is set up, or their system set up. And so it's not an actual flow. What it is adaptation. The body and systems adapt to the scenario and situations that it's in. And so then what happens is like when you become an adult, or when they become an adult, that same pattern that can actually show up then in like relationships. Yeah. And so like for example, what that would look like is like you may want connection, but at the same time you're unsure about it at the same time, if that makes sense. You want it, but it's like, I'm not sure about it. And so what happens then is you could begin to like start seeking reassurance, because you need to be reassured that this is going to be safe and this is going to be, a place that you want to be in. And also you may then also just feel like, I don't know if this is going to work. And so you may constantly have that sense of unsure, being not sure and not comfortable in a situation. Yep. Because what's happening is that your system is trying to feel safe. It's trying to get to a place of safety. Or what could happen is, instead of you constantly being, or the other person place it where it fits, but instead of being constantly unsure and questioning things and needing reassurance, then the person could automatically just pull back altogether. Because when start things start to feel too close, you may just say, you know what, I need to pull back because I'm not sure, and I don't even want to put myself in that situation to be hurt, or whatever the reason may be. Okay. And so I do want to talk about this all in love because I just want us to be aware of different things that can happen in relationships. And so that's why I study these things to bring it to you so you can have an awareness of what's going on. But the thing is that understand, please, that this doesn't mean that like something is wrong with you if you have this, push and pull or needing reassurance and things like that. It means that your system has learned to function, and essentially your system learned to function like this, or to be unsure and to question everything, to need reassurance. Your system has learned to function like this. And because without consistent safety, it's unsure, and it's just learned that, okay, either I'm not sure, I don't know if I want this, or I'm just gonna pull back. And it goes back and forth between those. I'm not sure, I need you to tell me that this is gonna work, and because I'm not sure, and I need you to keep telling me, and I need you to show me over and over, like, because I'm not sure, and when I'm not sure, I need you to tell me. Or you could be like, altogether, I'm just disconnected. I'm not putting myself in that position because I don't want to be hurt, or I don't want somebody running over me. So you know what? I'm just not going to deal with it. So it could be like that. And the thing is too, because without consistent safety, if like the consistency like was not there at all, then your system may not fully trust that it will be there right now because it hasn't been there. So now your body and your system is saying, you know what, I don't trust that it's going to be there now because it wasn't there before. I've always felt like this. And that's where your awareness is going to become important, because the thing is always people like you, now you know better, and now you know what's going on, so it'll help you kind of navigate as to like how you're feeling and what's going on. And so once you begin to actually like understand like everything that's going on with your system, and why you're so unsure, and why you can't quite put your finger on why you're not comfortable, it could be that your system has just learned to function like that. And so, like, once you begin to understand, like, oh, okay, this is what's going on. Melinda was talking about that. Then you can, like, start to respond to yourself differently when you start to have those feelings. And, but not with frustration. Don't be frustrated with yourself because you can't figure it all out. Just have more compassion for yourself. And it's like, okay, I'm going to try to understand me better. I'm going to take a step back more a little bit right now, just so I can understand and connect with myself so that I can have something to give to somebody else. Okay. And so it's not about blame or anything like that. That's why I love doing videos to help people become aware and bring awareness to you and show you like what different things could be happening, from like what psychology study shows and things like that. Not that anybody needs a psychologist. I just like breaking down behavioral things and why things are the way they are, and why people react the way they react, or why certain things happen in relationships, so that we all could be a better version of ourselves. Okay, so this is about understanding like what our system learned, through things as we've gone on in life, from childhood on up until now. And just understand too, I always tell everybody too that it's like healing doesn't happen overnight. It's not going to be like boom tomorrow. Oh, boom. It's like it's a process. Like you're learning yourself all over again. So you just take it step by step, and with awareness, just being aware of where you are and things like that, and making sure you get the proper support or resources, because these patterns are not permanent. That's the main thing of the video. Just because you may be in that pattern right now, it's not permanent. Just because somebody you know or you love or care about may be in that pattern, it doesn't have to be permanent. Okay. And just because, the thing is that if you didn't know it before, or if they didn't know it before, and it wasn't like they didn't know what they didn't know, it wasn't learned, or you didn't know what you didn't know. And so that's the thing, is like I love walking through you with this. And so we're going to hang in there and walk through these things together. Okay. So I hope this message helped you. And if it did, please like and subscribe. Again, my name's Melinda. I'm a registered nurse, life coach, and mentor. And on our channel, we focus on faith, healing, and emotional wellness. And if any part of this message touched you, please do me a solid and like and subscribe if you're feeling this type of vibe. All right. Just for if you see my eyes dark, I keep trying to reiterate that because some days my eyes will be dark and puffy and things like that. I have really bad allergies, and so my eyes get dark and puffy, and I'm anemic. Okay. All right. So if this message touched you, please like and subscribe. And as always, I'm wishing you peace, love, joy, and happiness. And I want you to have a fabulous day, all right, or night, whatever time you're watching. Bye.